Alright, so first of all, I'ma just start with the obvious. Your boy finally got his hair braided. Yeah! Today's video is not gonna be too funny or anything. It's just kinda like fulfilling y'all on one of my stories, alright? All my life growing up, I played football, right? Everybody knew me as a football player. I played football since I was 6 years old, all the way up until I was 15. I love football. I was the hardest working person there was out there on the field. I was a person who would go to practice for 2 hours and then come home and run sprints outside in front of my house for hours, nigga. You can ask my mom, you can ask anybody. Whatever it is, I've always been a hard worker. I want to be remembered for how hard I always worked. Follow me on Instagram. You will see that I'll be up editing these videos until 1, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I played flag for 4th grade year. I started playing tackle. Funnest years of my life playing for the Tigers, man. I played 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and then 8th grade, coming into 8th grade. I was so geeked to play 8th grade football because I was like, you know what I'm saying, big boy time, let's get it! 8th grade comes around, I'm training so hard, and then it's about a week before the first game, and I remember I'm playing safety, and bow! I ended up getting a concussion. Probably one of the most depressing times of my life because I had never got a serious injury. I had never missed a game. I had never sat the bench. I was always starting, always at games. And so I sit out 4 games. It sucked, bro, but I always told myself I'm going to bounce back. I'm going to come back. As soon as I was cleared, I was back putting in the work again because I was out of shape. Played 6 games, 8th grade season. So I only got to play 2 games. Now keep in mind, they had me starting. Like as soon as I came back from the concussion, I was starting in both of the last 2 games. Obviously, you know, they're not going to feed me the ball. I was never expected that. But I didn't get the ball that first game back. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's cool. Last game, I got targeted twice. I dropped one. That was my fault. I don't even know how I still remember all this. Caught one. 8th grade season didn't go at all how I wanted it to be. But I told myself, at this point, I was still in love with football. Never let an injury stop me. So for those who say I just quit on football, shut up. Told myself that 9th grade season was my comeback season, right? Now it's high school. I'm high school now. I'm getting ready to go play varsity JV. I gotta get my name out there more. Everybody's geeking for me because like, let's get it. Everybody knew I was the football player. We were in practice and I got hit in the back of the head about a week before the first game once again. I still had signs like I had a concussion, so you know what I'm saying? I sat out. I didn't think I'd sit out as long as last time, but guess what? I did. I was out another 4 games. At this point, it's really getting depressing, man. Cause it's like, wow, bro, 8th grade didn't go how I wanted. Now 9th grade's going the same way, man. When I think I started thinking about other career choices. This year was an 8-game season, so I missed 4 games and also got to play 4 games. I should probably watch what I say in this video, but at this point, I don't really care. I come back from my concussion. I'm practicing with the team. I'm doing all this. I'm not really getting the ball. And why am I starting? That's what I was starting to feel like. I said, I would rather compete for a starting position than start and not get the ball. My other teammates, I love seeing my homies eat. I'd never be mad at somebody for grinding. Come to the first game with me coming back, I didn't get the ball at all. I mean, I didn't get targeted. They just weren't even calling the plays to my side of the field. I was getting no type of action. At that time, I didn't let it discourage me. I'm not trying to make it seem like a selfish mentality, but it's like, y'all got me running up and down the field all day just to block somebody. Like, can I at least get 1 pass? I come back from concussion. I didn't get the ball the first 2 games of me coming back at all. Sounds selfish, but when you think about it overall, that's ridiculous. Y'all got 4 receivers and you're throwing to 2 of them. That's ridiculous. Why do you have me starting if I'm not getting the ball? There were some things I could have got better at. Like, I got tired. Sometimes I got lazy. Think of it like this. I had never missed a game. At this point in time, I had missed 8 games. I hadn't scored a touchdown since 7th grade. So we're saying 2 years, right? I'm not getting the ball. But then you got receivers, and I'm not hating on receivers. I'm talking about the coaches. This is ridiculous. Then you got receivers who getting the ball every other play. If they're not running the ball, they're throwing to one of them. They didn't throw to my side at all. Like, they literally switched formations to throw to the other side. Ridiculous. When I'm playing 4 games and I get the ball thrown at me twice. And I'm sorry, I'm not watching my mouth in this video. My closest homies, they knew I said at the end of 9th grade season, I don't even know if I'm going to play next year. I said, you know what? I'm just not going to give up on like that. Go and see every day. My goal was to not drop 1 pass. And then there was multiple days where I would only drop one. I'm feeling like I'm doing good. And I would try to watch the older receivers and, you know what I'm saying, make sure it was the little things that I could get better at. We go to play Lee Summit in the 7-on-7 championship. We played 2 games, right? I wasn't, again, getting the ball. So I'm like, bro, this is a real life game situation. Both 8th grade and 9th grade, you're throwing to every receiver on the field but me. Now, if I'm messing up, I understand that. Pull me out. When I quit, a lot of coaches said, you're being selfish. If you sat on the field for 2 years in a row, 2.5, running up and down the field, not getting the ball, I was targeted twice in 8th grade and targeted 2 times in 9th. Out of 6 total games? That's ridiculous. Anybody would not have fun with that, bro. I don't care what you are, what you say. It gets boring. And then again, we go play Lee Summit again in the second game. Guess what? Still was not getting the ball. The middle of July, we get a dead week period where we didn't have to go to weights or nothing. And I realized, like, bro, I'm happier than I've ever been not playing football right now. And, like, everybody don't want to go to practice, but, like, I was dreading going to practice, coming back from that. I was like, bro, I'm not even really feeling it, man. So I talked it out with Pops, talked it out with Mom. I got the best dad in the world, man. My dad told me that if you're not feeling it, I'm not going to force you to do it. It just became boring to me. I ain't scored a touchdown in 3 years. I forgot what that feeling was like. The rush of adrenaline was gone, man. It was no fun at all at this point. So I think the first practice back from the dead week, I just didn't go. One of the coaches called me. I'm not going to give no names. He called me and asked where I was at. And I said, I just didn't want to come. And he said, so are you done? And I said, yeah, I think I'm pretty much done. And he was like, all right, you need to call one of the head coaches. So I called one of the head coaches later that night. This coach knows who he is. If he's watching this, man, I love you to death still to this day. You were the only coach that always believed in me, and you out of the rest of the coaches, actually cared, man. You actually sat down and listened to what I had to say. You were one of my weights coaches for years. You actually cared about me, man, and you actually tried to push me individually, and you helped. You were that way with everybody. So shout out to you. He tried to talk to me. We had a long talk. Tried to talk me out of it, and he just told me to come in. I was in the coach's office. Yeah, man, they basically told me if I quit this, I wasn't going to be shit. I'm sorry for cussing, but that's just how I'm feeling. They also wanted to tell me, and this is when I started feeling like it was a racist thing. They wanted to tell me if I don't play sports, I'm going to end up like one of my friends who had got arrested that summer. I'm not throwing shade at that dude who got arrested. That's my homie, bro. I love you, bro. They basically told me I was going to be like that. And I'm like, I'm not in any types of trouble at all. I don't even get in trouble in school. I've never been suspended. I don't even remember the last time I got sent out of class. You see? So how are you going to sit here and tell me I'm going to end up locked up? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, but I bet you if a little white boy quit, y'all not going to tell him he going to end up locked up. Maybe I'm taking it out of proportion, but that's just how I felt, man. As long as I have other goals, I'm not being a bum, I'm not getting in trouble, which is a year later and I still not got into any serious trouble. How are you going to sit here and tell me I ain't going to be shit, right? They try to tell me like, I don't think you should quit, but it's really your decisions. I walked out and I ain't been there since. I said to myself that I'm going to prove them wrong, bro. Shout out to the family who understands, but to any of those who still judge me, there's one thing I got for you to see. I don't care. Neighbors outside looking at me, it's kind of awkward. I already double wobble for to be up my head for this video. Listen here, man. Anybody watching my videos right now, anything you want to do, bro, as long as you're not in trouble and you being productive and consistent with it, shouts to you, man. You're doing your thing. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Long story short, it just got boring to me. It felt like I was wasting my time. And I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I have not missed a single second of it. What I knew football as, what was in my head that I loved was years ago. Was when I was 10 years old, 13 years old. I'm about to turn 17. Since I was 14, it ain't been the same for me. Forgot what that feeling of rush felt like. I hope y'all like this video. I'm going to try to do more story times like this. Hard to do story times when they recently happened. But to this day, I still do not get in trouble. I'm still doing good in school. Please don't ask me or judge me about why I'm not playing football no more, because you will get talked bad to. Just respect that I'm doing my thing. Smash that like button, hit the red button, comment down below what more you would like to see. Thank you for watching, man. Woo! Turn it off now.